If the living data transmitted itself from the cylinder, perhaps we could somehow coax it back inside.
How are we supposed to get it back from the Decepticons?
Megatron will bring it to us.
Friction coefficient quotient of the subset amplified.
You want amplified?
Proving Perceptor's paradox is nothing of the kind. What is that?
Metal? You love this song.
I'm trying to concentrate.
You're starting to sound just like Ratchet.
Who?
Ratch, I think Bulk's losing his mind. You already know.
Nico, we didn't want to frighten you. But rest assured, Optimus has a plan.
Optimus isn't Bulkhead's doctor. I just need to know. When Bulk's done spitting out that formula, he'll go back to being regular old Bulkhead, right?
Lord Megatron, we've detected a familiar energy profile.
The data.
Bulkhead must have left the shielded radius of their base. Breakdown and I will...
Hear me again? Optimus! You're certainly not the Autobot I expected to find here. But let me guess. You rigged a transponder to mimic the frequency of the data I seek.
Megatron, I have a proposal.
I'm listening.
Surrender the cylinder, and I will return it to you fully restored.
This trinket right here? And pray tell, what trifles did it hold that you are so anxious to give away?
Accept my terms, and you will find out.
Do you remember the time you watched Wheeljack lob his only grenade into the Decepticon heat exchanger?
Who?
Wheeljack, your best bud? Besides me, of course. Oh, do you even know who I am?
Of course. You're... equivalent to the flattening of the oblit spheroid to the nth power. Internal energy of isolated E remains constant.
Keep them coming, Bulkhead.
Come on. You want to finish your formula, don't you?
Do you accept my proposal?
Lord Megatron,
Give me a moment.
did you find what you were looking for?
It's complicated.
Well, Breakdown and I may have located the bogey, fully charged.
Proceed.
Just one hitch. We don't have the cylinder.
Then bring me the head of Bulkhead.
Look, you love monster trucks. Remember when we snuck in here after the show last week?
Mass times diffusion rate squared is constant.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Bell curve? No, that wouldn't factor in.
How about our Sunday morning dune bashings? Rocking out to Slash Monkey? Helping me with my homework? Trick question! You know I don't do homework. Don't you? Okay, forget the past. Starting now, we can make new memories.
The cube root of the exothermic energon yield, delta E, violates Planck's law of energon conservation.
Bulkhead, I know somewhere inside you'll always remember me. And I just want you to know, I'll never forget you.
Boo-hoo! I'm shedding lubricant.
Follow me right now, or these guys are gonna steal the formula!
My equations?
Come on, come on!
Not like Bulkhead to run from a fight.
I'm afraid our friend has had a little too much to think. Lord Megatron, we're good.
Optimus, Upon careful consideration, if you want the cylinder, you'll have to take it.
Okay then, fun and games. Come out, wherever you are.
Ugh, the guns are scrambling the signal.
If the trisector of the polygon is an integral subset,
Shh, quiet! And whatever you do, keep still. I'm gonna see if I
Remember your ABCs! Always be clogging! And the Walmart app has over 500 million items.
Walmart has dancing shoes?
can get far enough to call for backup.
Bulkhead! Is that you?
Breakdown. Forget the human. Games are only fun to play when you're winning. I think I'm warm.
EN3 divided by the square root of the propulsion factor equals...
You painted my paint job! Prepare for surgery! Breakdown. Forget the human. Games are only fun to play when you're winning. I think I'm warm.
EN3 divided by the square root of the propulsion factor equals...
You painted my paint job! Prepare for surgery! Heads, you lose.
Well, in that case, no one gets it.
Optimus, Bulkhead and Miko have abandoned base. I have their ground bridge coordinates.
Bridge us back immediately.
Not again! Get down!
I did it again? Bulkhead?
Dead battery. Megatron will peel our paint for losing that data.
So we're gonna have to peel you.
Or peel out of here.
Bulkhead!
The data has been fully expelled. but Bulkhead remains completely unresponsive.
Because the energy took Bulkhead's mind with it. Heavenward, lost to the stars. It's my fault you'll never know the rest of the formula. And it's my fault Bulkhead's gone forever.
Miko, your quick thinking prevented the formula from falling into Decepticon hands.
If anyone would have backed that play, it's Bulkhead.
It's simply too early to know the extent of his condition. Something as simple as a familiar sight or smell, perhaps even a sound, could trigger Bulkhead's awakening.
Bulkhead?
I love that song! Miko!
A lead installer handles all of that from demolition to plumbing, communicating with the customers, and then pretty much the whole.
Surprisingly stable.
Hey, Ratchet, is that synthetic energon?
Well, yes. In fact, I'm preparing to test a sample. I see that you come equipped with protective goggles.
I can watch?
We just add some to this test engine.
It works! B!
This iteration of the formula requires further trial before we can even think about using it for fuel, ammunition, or first aid. Which is rather unfortunate since our own energon reserves are at an all-time low. Our severely outnumbered warriors have been rapidly burning through our stockpile of late, as the Decepticon army continues to run us ragged and grind us down. Natural energon is in such short supply on your planet, and Megatron seems to have his oily claws buried deep in all the Earth's deposits. But if we can successfully produce a synthetic form, we can manufacture all the energy we'll ever need.
More energon on the move.
Again?
Their recent activity suggests a familiar pattern. The Decepticons are desperately scouting for new deposits to mine. Autobots?
Optimus. If one of you comes back wounded this time, well, our energon reserves are nearly depleted.
Understood. Activate the ground bridge. Autobots, roll out!
Sometimes, I wish I could do more.
Ratchet! Wake up!
How is it that such small beings can be so loud?
Are you hurt? You fell.
I'm fine. I'm more than fine. Ha! Energy efficiency is up 30%? Motor functions optimal? Any word from the others?
Knockout! Can't we just bridge out of here? This cube's putting some serious drag on me.
The more we give the Autobots a workout, the more fuel they burn. And we win the Energon race. Besides, here comes air support.
RC, fall back! You're outnumbered!
We're always outnumbered. We need that Energon.
Ratchet, lock onto RC's coordinates and prepare an emergency ground bridge.
I'm locked on. RC, decelerate and prepare to return to base.
Save it, Ratchet. I'm too close.
Don't be a fool. She's hurt. Man the ground bridge.
Looks like the Autobots brought in a ringer.
Well, then I'll ring his bell.
It'll have to wait.
What happened?
I only saw the gory aftermath, but I hear the doc was a one-bot wrecking machine.
Whoa!
Hey, little fella.
All right, what's your secret?
No secret. Just a little something I like to call Synth-In.
From the data Bulkhead transcribed? I thought the formula was...
Incomplete? Not anymore.
So Ratchet makes a better tough guy than I do a smart guy?
Ratchet, I question the wisdom of using yourself as a test subject.
Optimus, you didn't see Ratchet out there. He was in overdrive. We should all try this stuff.
Or give Ratchet more so we can take a vacation.
I agree that the initial results seem promising, but I recommend that further testing be confined to machines, not Autobots. Outnumbered though we may be, old friend, we need a warrior in the laboratory right now, more than we need another in the field.
And then, he came right at me, and well, come on, Bulk. Come at me.
I don't want to hurt you, Ratch.
I said, come at me.